Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority app guy, and this is Android Apps Weekly. It's episode number 147, so let's get started. Evernote released some news this week that they plan on increasing the prices of their services. The free accounts will have more restrictions than they had before, including bandwidth restrictions, while the paid versions will get these non-restricted features that free users once enjoyed. For enterprise use, not much is changing, but if you were a free user, you'll likely want to look for a new note-taking app. The latest Humble PC and Android bundle has been set live, and it's a pretty good one. Included in the bundle is Badland, 10 Million, Knights of Pen and Paper 2, and several other games. There is still one game left to be unveiled, and you can get a varying amount of them depending on how much you pay, or all of them if you fork out around $11. It's a bit more expensive than usual, but it's still less than if you bought all of them separately. Google has launched a new initiative that allows you to control what ads you see while browsing on the web. The new interface also comes with a My Activities page that shows you all kinds of information that you may be surprised that Google was able to ascertain. In any case, the new interface is linked in the video description below if you want to check it out, and we highly recommend that you do. Facebook is changing its newsfeed algorithm yet again. This time it's going to try to show posts from friends that you actively engage with, along with some stuff that Facebook deems to be more informative and detailed. The end result should be that you see more stuff that you like and less stuff that you don't. However, paid posts still exist, so we'll see how all of this turns out. A new study was released this week that shows that iOS users generally spend 2.5 times more money on in-app purchases versus Android users. I know there are a ton of variables to consider as to why that may be. However, Android users were more likely to spend money on utility applications than iOS users. This can be easily explained by things like launchers and, for the longest time, third-party keyboard apps which iOS does not have an abundance of. For even more Android apps and games news, releases, and updates, don't forget to check out this week's newsletter in the video description below. There is a ton of info in the newsletter that we didn't have time for in the video. If you'd like, you can sign up for the newsletter using the form which is in the written companion, which is also linked in the video description below, and we'll send you the newsletter every Sunday. For even faster news, you can check out the Android Authority application, which is available now in Google Play. BitTorrent now is a music and video streaming application that shows you all kinds of stuff from underground artists. The idea behind the application is to show new, original, and experimental stuff to the mainstream in a way that's easily accessible without it actually being piracy. It features a community aspect with trending stuff along with background play, the ability to follow artists and content that you enjoy, and you can share stuff with your friends. Think of it like a walled garden version of SoundCloud. It's completely free if you're interested. CSR Racing 2 is the sequel to the hyper-popular drag racing game CSR Racing. This new game features a lot of the same elements as the prior title, as you'll be drag racing your way up the charts to become the very best. It also features car customizations, upgrades, many cars to buy from real manufacturers, and there is an online multiplayer mode where you can join a crew, chat with friends, and race other players. It's a freemium game through and through, but it's not bad for what it is. Expeditions is an educational app by Google that allows you to take virtual tours of many different things. It's meant for classroom use along with Google Cardboard to show kids things like coral reefs, what a TV studio set looks like, and other interesting places and settings. You can join in guided tours, or you can host your own if you want to, and the application can be used with Google Cardboard or just a 360-degree video if you prefer. It's entirely free and worth a shot. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius is an unusual twist between a JRPG and a freemium game. It was developed by the same studio that did Brave Frontier, and you'll notice that during combat sequences. However, underneath all of that is an actual JRPG where you explore dungeons, engage with random encounters, walk around towns, and engage with a storyline. The soundtrack is surprisingly amazing, and the game is jam-packed with nostalgic value for Final Fantasy fans. It may be the best freemium game ever made. PlayStation Vue is a live TV streaming service that features TV, sports, movies, news, and various TV shows. It's essentially like a for-real television subscription, except you can stream it, and the official application has finally hit mobile. Truth be told, it's suffering from some serious early release bugs. It'll be a while before it's a really good application like Netflix or Hulu. However, if it's something that you use, you might as well give the app a chance. And that about does it for this one, folks. If you want to keep watching, we rounded up the best Android apps and games from June of 2016, and you can find the link for those videos in the video description below if you want to check them out. Don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter and keep it tuned to Android Authority, because we are your source for all things Android. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.